What's up, people? It's your girl Gracie, and today I'm going to be teaching you guys how to make a fascinator design with a sequence material. If you don't know what sequence material is this material, this shiny material here. That's what a sequence material is. With that being said, let's get right into the video. We don't want no heroes, sexy compatible. We don't want no heroes. We don't want no heroes. Okay, so I know I haven't posted like in a while now. I think 5 months, I think, and that's because I kind of ran out of ideas to post. Not totally, because the things I wanted to share with you guys or teach you guys, I didn't have the materials for them, so I had to look for the materials, and where I am right now, it's really hard to find those materials, so I still haven't been able to get them. So I'm just going to continue showing you guys like with the few things that I have. Also, I was contemplating if I should like add to the content on my YouTube channel, like personal vlogs or like pranks, or like just little things for when I don't have things to post on, like my turban and fascinator and all those stuff. Like when I don't have anything to post on those for like a period of time, whether I should like add all those like extra things, all those things. So you guys should tell me what you think about that, like me switching up my YouTube channel, like adding all those extra personal vlogs and all that. You guys should tell me in the comment section if I should do that, if it's a good idea. Okay, I think that's all. Yeah, with that being said, let's get right into the video. Okay, so the materials you will need to make this design are: you will need a sequence material, any color of your choice. You will need a normal material too, any color of your choice. Just make listen, you can use two of the same colors. Like you can use a black material and a black sequence. It doesn't matter. You can use, if you're using two different colors, you have to make sure the two different colors like match, kind of, not two different shades of green or anything like that, but like black and white, pink and purple, like colors that can go together. Yeah. You would also need a breast pad, because what I'm doing for this one, I'm not putting it on a turban or on a headband or anything. It's going to be a fascinator on its own. You would need, I think, the gum. I'm going to use the gum B6000. 6000, yes. You will need your zigzag scissors. You will need 2 threads. The color of threads you're going to be using are the color of the materials. So I'm using black and I don't have pink, so I'm using purple. You would need the chalk, tailor's chalk, and you will need your hairpin to place on the fascinator, so that's like you need to clip it on your head. You also need your needle. If you have a sewing machine, you can use it. It's actually easier, but like you can't use it for the whole thing, because like there are some parts that you will need to use your hand, but for the parts you need to sew, if you have a sewing machine, it will be easier to use it. You also need the fascinator, like the little design you're going to put on top of the fascinator, and for that I'm going to be using this design here. I'm going to have to reconstruct the middle so it will look like nice, but yeah, this is what I'm going to be using. So with all that I've shown you, you can be able to make this design successfully. So now let's get into the design making of the design. Yeah, let's get into the design creation. So make sure you write this down, so that in case you don't have the materials now, you can always go and get them. And also you need a tape rule and an actual straight ruler, because that's what you're going to use to like mark the material. So the first thing you need to do is to measure and cut your materials. Now the measurement for the plain material, that's the material that is going to be inside, for the plain material, is going to be 16 by 16 and a half by 5 and a half. I mean 16 and a half by 5 and a half. That's the measurement for the plain material. So I'm just going to measure that and cut that. If you're new to my channel and you've not seen how to, like, if you want to see how to measure and cut the materials, check out my other videos. I'm going to link them in the description box. And also, if you're new to my channel, welcome. Make sure you like my videos, share my videos, and also subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much. So I'm going to go and cut the materials and come back and show you guys what I got. Okay, so I have cut the first piece, and this is what it looks like. So make sure you clean the chalk stain on the material. So this is what the first piece looks like. So for the second piece, which is the sequence material, it's going to be 16 and a half, which is this part of the material, by, we did 5 here, so it's going to be times 2 of this, so it's going to be 10 instead of 5, because you're wrapping it in it, so like you need it to be extra. So we're going to be doing 16 and a half by 10 for this material. 16 and a half by 10, that's what we're going to be doing. So I'm going to cut this one. I'm going to show you guys what it looks like. Okay, so I just finished cutting the material, the sequence material, and this is what we have. So you can see it's like bigger than the plain material, and what we want to achieve is this, so that we can cover the entire material, the entire plain material, with the sequence material. So now you understand what I was doing. So now what we need to do is sew this material close on the shorter side. We're going to sew this material closed on the shorter side. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use my needle and thread because I don't have a machine yet. I'm going to use my needle and thread to sew the material closed. Also, if you want to see how to sew like effectively with a needle and thread, check out my other videos. I'll also leave the links in the description. So with that being said, I'm going to go. Oh yeah, also you need to sew this one closed here on the shorter side, and you also need to sew this one closed on the shorter side. And be careful, make sure you sew it at the back, because the sequence material has the back and front. This is the back, and this is the front. The part with the sequence is the front, and this part that is fine kind of is the back. So you're going to sew it like this. What we do here is go back. You're going to sew it with the side that measures 10. You're going to sew it close like this. So I'm going to sew both of them, and I'm going to come back and show you guys what it looks like. Okay, so I just finished sewing both of them. So I sewed this place, the shorter end of this one, and I also sewed the shorter end of the sequence material, or yeah, the shorter end of the sequence material. So the next thing we're going to do, you turn it to the front, turn both of them to the front. The front is where like this place is. Turn it to the front, and you put this plain material inside the sequence material like this. Make sure the places that are sewed are together. That is, this place that is sewed and this place that is sewed is like together. So I'm going to put it and show you. So like both of them are in the same place together, so it doesn't look weird. So you just put that all around, like wear it like a glove, wear it, and then put it in, like pass it through, and make sure they are together like this. See, together. If they are not a perfect fit, like there's no problem really, but like just try to make them at least close enough. See, mine is like way off, but I can still manage that. So like you're just going to wear it. You don't have to wear all of them at once because like it won't work. It's not possible. So the next thing you're going to do is like sew it like this and then drag it. So I'm going to show you how to do that. So we're going to arrange it very well and then start sewing. So you place it in, make sure you're passing it through all of them. So wait, so you can see it. So you put it in, so you're sewing like this. Make sure they're in the same place. So you're sewing like this, basically, like the normal way we sew. So like this. So you're going to keep going like that. I have to make this a little bit bigger. Doesn't have to be so small. Doesn't have to be really small. Just make sure you do it well. That's all. So I'm going to be doing that. And arrange it well, because this sequence material, it moves a lot. So try to arrange them very well. So we're going to continue doing that. And make sure you're sewing both of them together, because like as I said, sequence material moves a lot. So that's what I'm doing. I'm just like doing it in and out like that. You're going to keep doing this like round until you get back to the beginning where you started. When it gets to a place where you can't put it through again, just put it and just drag it, but don't drag it to be. Oh! I forgot to tie it. Oof, stupid mistakes. So now I've tied it, I'm going to try that again. That's the worst feeling ever. Like, I forgot to tie it. Can you imagine? Crazy. So I'm just going to try to do that again. Bring it out like this and just drag and then leave it and then continue. So this is what we're going for, like this straight. Just make sure you're sewing both of them together, like this place and this place. You're sewing them together so that it doesn't move. So I'm just going to continue doing that, and then I'm going to come and show you guys like what I got like at the end. Okay, so when you're done sewing it, this is what you should have. Don't tie it yet. You're not tying it yet. So this is what you're going to have. So the next thing we're going to do with our thread, which is still connected to our needle, is to drag it. So when you drag it, drag it as tight as you can. Very tight. And when you drag it, you have some. Jeez, what the fuck have I done? What the fuck? Jeez. So when you drag it, you have something like this. This is what you're gonna have. So you're going to drag it as tight as you can. Very tight. And then like, if you have holes, if you do it bigger than this and you have holes, you can like sew them together also. But I don't have any holes, so I can just tie it from here. So that's what I'm gonna do, tie it. And then I'm going to, so after tying and dragging, this is what you're going to have. Now the other one that you can make it and it's going to be like flat, kind of, but this one has a kind of bowly look to it. I mean, this is not what I planned, but like we can still work with this. So what we're going to do, we're going to now use the breast pad. Using the breast pad, we're going to use the breast pad to cover this place. That's what we're going to use it to do. So you're just going to cut a very small, what you need to cut doesn't have a measurement, so we're just going to do something. We're going to cut a very small part of it. I'm just cutting a little square. It should not be like bigger, too big, like bigger, way bigger than the hole. Just make it enough. So we're going to cut it to the size we want. So now it's small enough. I'm going to cut it like, let it not look weird. So now we're going to use our gum, our big 6000, to gum it together. After you've gummed it, you have to let it dry, because like it takes time to dry. If you have a hair dryer, you can use a hair dryer to dry it, but you can let it dry. This was not, I'm going to tell you guys now, this was not the design I was going for, but like I got another type of design from it, but I was going for a more flat design, kind of. So for this type of design, for this one, instead of using a hairpin like this, which you can still use, but like it will look, yeah, you can still use it, but it will look kind of weird. So instead of using a pin, you can use the headband thingy, the one that you can place it and then it's going to look like this. So like the headband comes here, if you understand what I'm talking about. So I don't have that stuff now, so I can't show you, but it will be better to use either the headband or the brush hairpin instead of this one that you just hook by the side. So either you use the headband or you use the brush hairpin, but you can still use this one if you like it to be, you know, like this on your hair. You can still use this one, but yeah, so that's what you can. So while we're letting this one dry, what we're going to do to the inside, because we can't leave the inside like this, I wanted to use this fascinator inside because it's black, so it's going to look something like this. So I don't know if I should still do that or I should use something else, but I think I'll still use this. One. So what we're going to do now, we're going to place the glue on the back of this one. Place the glue at the back and then try to gum it inside. So I'm going to do that. Okay, so I have gummed it inside, and so now this is what we have. So like I was saying, either you place the pin and then get to put it here so that what you put inside would show. Or you get the headband and place it on the headband so that it looks like this. Whichever one you choose to do, you can do that. So this is basically the end. I don't want to put this pin in case I need to like change it or stuff, like so that I don't spoil the back. But originally this is what we're going for, like the flat look. So to be able to get this one, the measurement to be able to get this one is 32. That is the longer one, 32. Apparently we can get 2 different designs from the same technique, and the sewing and everything is the same with what I did in this video. The sewing and everything for this design is the same with this one, just that the measurements are different. So thank you guys for getting to the end of this video. Make sure you like this video, make sure you share it, and also subscribe to my channel if you haven't. See you guys in the next video. Thank you. Okay guys, so for this design, the materials you would need to be able to make this design are, is that English correct? The materials you will need to make this design are, that sounds so wrong. Oh wait, hold on. Okay, so the material